I think where I'm getting myself ready for are a lot of virtual online assistants. And this is things
Yeah.
like you go to a website and it's like, hey, um, look at the things that we pulled up for you. I mean, I guess we see that already with like
Yeah,
recommended
that's
items. But it's going to be more. I mean, some of the movies we've seen that into the future, you're going to pull up your your screen, and it's going to have a little talking head saying, "Oh, welcome, Adrian. Welcome back today. Should we
yeah.
go
Well,
ahead and or we? I see this on your calendar. Um, but I noticed that you went to the emergency room the other week. Are you going to be able to make that 2 weeks from now? It seems like you're still recovering. Like they're going to get, I think they're going to get really
yeah.
personal, really. I think we're going to see more with the what's going on. We're going to see a lot of, like you're saying, like holograms, people doing the. I guess Facebook is looking smart right now when they came out with what is that Facebook, whatever that video conferencing thing
Mm.
is, and Amazon has a similar thing where it looks like a tablet, and essentially, you call the grandparents, touch the thing, and it's just video conferencing, and
Yeah,
it's
and you can have
simple
up
and
like
easy.
80 people in one session sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those things,
That's
like people were like, "Oh, that's a cool thing," but now that we're in this isolation quarantine, I'm curious on how, what's been the pickup or the adoption rate of those things now. As people
I
have
would
all those,
imagine.
yeah.
I know at my work, all of our training has gone online. When we
Hmm.
retrain new employees, that's all online now. I just did I had to renew my forklift certificate, and that was all done online.
Online.
And I
And
think it's universities are going to be ruined because the amount of money they're going to
oh shit.
lose when everyone figures out how much money they saved not sending their kids to college this year,
Yeah.
and they all did the online courses that were like a fraction of the price. Who's going to send their
Yeah.
kids next year? Like,
Not only
Because
that, but all these kids won't be getting addicted to drugs and alcohol and shit because they're at home fucking instead of
yeah,
being left
well,
alone to their own devices.
well,
it's
Numbers on that will drop.
some big changes coming in that
yeah.
department too.
And I
You're
feel
gonna
like the
see
changes. Uh-huh.
you're gonna see suicide in parents go up because they can't keep up with the fucking schoolwork because they're all dropouts.
Well, they say suicide's going up. I don't think suicide's going up anymore. Than just like the accidental deaths, they're not going up. They're just in the spotlight now. There's not
Yeah,
more
more.
suicides. We're just noticing more because we've got nothing better to do right now.
We highlight
Like
everything that's trending.
Yep.
Yeah.
exactly, and
Like
that's the
seriously,
thing. Too. The
we deal with the
numbers are
news all
coming
the
at
time.
us.
Like Eric and I deal with the news all the time. All of a sudden,
Hmm.
over the last like month, there's been like nobody's been murdered anywhere. And it's just like, you
Wow.
can't tell me that nobody's fucking shooting anybody all of a sudden. And then all of a sudden, there's like this little break from the news where all of a sudden you get these little leaks in the media. It's like
Yeah.
8 people shot here, 12 people shot here, 10 people shot here, but then you never hear about it again, you know?
Oh, it's coming right back. Especially Gord was highlighting some stories last week. Like Americans will never miss a chance to kill each other,
No.
and they're going to make up for lost time. It's
On the
it's
topic
really,
of that and kind of like your neighbors or local news, have y'all heard of the app called Nextdoor?
No.
It's
no.
essentially just an app of like you can select your like here in America we have like these instead of like boroughs like in New York City, it's just essentially like regions of the city, right? But here
Right.
in like in Colorado or other states, they'll have areas of the states that like they're called like Marlee or University Hills. They'll name different regions of your neighborhood different things, right? Based
Are
off of county.
those like wards?
I guess you can call them wards. I guess because y'all consider them, y'all probably come out with wards are like regions within a county up there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's it's more of an American thing. Here we've got our provinces and that's it.
You got provinces, yeah. But it's essentially just like regions of an actual state, and it's more of like neighborhood naming. It's neighborhood
Right.
naming conventions. But you sign up for Nextdoor, and you can select your neighborhood, and then everyone just kind of chimes in what's going on in the neighborhood. It's essentially like Neighborhood Watch, but on a mobile app.
So Eric,
And
it's like Milton Talks on Facebook.
It is. It's
Seriously,
buy and
Adrian, you
sell,
have
stay
no idea.
informed on.
yeah,
You've
Milton
got to
Talks
see
is
the
the
Milton
best.
Talks is the greatest fucking thing I've
I gotta
ever
check.
seen in my life. Oh my god,
Okay.
it's
Milton
amazing.
is where Gord is right now, and it's exactly like the town from Edward Scissorhands.
Hmm.
I don't know
Just
that reference. I can't think of that. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Oh
and
yeah,
at
just
least 10
the
years for me. Yeah.
um, watch it and just it's how Milton is. It's kind of like just the things they worry about are
Yeah. Yeah.
adorable. It's just this the classic sort of middle class small town.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Very
bands together.
See, I
and
find
yeah,
it like next door. I find it there's a lot of noise. People, there's a lot of complaining. There's a lot of people asking for freebies or handouts. Maybe that could
always
be, but I find it to be more, I don't know, a nuisance. It's like people are, oh, someone's parking out in front of my house, and there's okay, you bought that house and you understood that there was on-street parking in front of your damn house. Why are you complaining about people? Your neighbors are keep parking in front of your house. Like it's like here in Colorado, you can actually park on the street if your house is part of that street. That's just
right.
comes with the territory, right? It's just little things
I
like
know
that.
in
People bitching and complaining about. I'm like, man, I look at this app and like humans are so petty. Like,
in Malibu you're not allowed to park in front of somebody's garage. So there's people that actually go out and paint fake garages like all
uh-huh.
in the middle so that no one will park in front of their house.
I think that's most places. You can't park in front of anybody's garage because you're blocking like a driveway. You
And
can't block.
they'll put
Yeah.
out like people in Malibu put up like fake fire hydrants and stuff. Because the
Boy.
beach, they don't know you're not allowed to own the beach in Malibu, so the beach is totally public.
But they're trying to control who comes and goes and who
Yeah,
stays. Yeah,
it's hilarious. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
People are terrible. We're the worst, and
We're so
like,
petty. Like, yeah,
and just never miss an opportunity to treat someone else badly. It's it's an embarrassing way to be. Just trying to download this thing right now.
Are you actually getting it?
Oh yeah, of course I am. I want to know what's
Nice.
going on next door. Actually, I just moved into this place. The walls are paper thin. I know everything that's going on next door.
If you don't want to, you might have to turn off the notifications if you don't want to be bombarded with a lot of stuff. Like, we got one thing. There's like my wife. I'm like, oh fuck, what is this? Who did what to whose wife? But
Is it like people like airing out their dirty laundry with shit too?
that too.
Oh, I
There's,
certainly
like,
hope so.
or there's some serious shit on there too. Like some person's like, I need a blood transfusion. I'm like, is this really the place for this? But okay.
I'm joining my
Like-
neighborhood.
You can
like,
have some of mine. It ain't clean, but you can have mine. You know?
Yeah, mine's. You have plenty of mine. Oh, I don't know my
No.
postal code. Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to sign up right now. Is this what that movie? Jeremy Piven just had a movie about an app where
Uh-huh.
they all band together and go catch a criminal together. Is that kind of like what this
Oh.
is?
Mm,
Are you talking about that documentary thing that was "Don't Fuck with Cats"?
No.
That was a
no.
great one,
It was
too.
a movie where there's like
Oh.
there's like an app, and if you see a crime being committed, you're like on this app and you stop it right away and whatever. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's
It's
weird.
like a neighborhood watch on the app, but it's almost like
Yeah,
neighborhood
exactly.
watch plus drama plus whatever else is happening to me. And then with this quarantine, people are batshit crazy and bored.
Oh
So
yeah.
it just comes out even more. It's like people, like it's almost like people have flocked from Facebook and just went to next door and then they just air out their shit. I'm just
I was wondering where everybody went.
I'm like, can you just go back to Facebook? Because at least I don't see your shit. But yeah.
I'm still on MySpace inviting people to come hang out with me. Nobody's joining me on MySpace.
It's interesting, but kind of like on the topic we talked at the beginning of this call, Gord, we're talking about like how different artists are doing different strategies. Like I think Eric brought this up where you don't do live performances or not even like the local, free night where people come out, have a drink, and you can perform for them, whatever. But one strategy I saw online, and I'm incorporating with my performance and my online presence strategy is doing like what y'all are doing, like little live streams, and kind of get fans behind it, get people that your little circle, your tribe, get them on like a live stream, play interactive game with them, have some live music playing in the background. Maybe if you're an artist, you have your track playing in the background, have a live listening party, bring some guests on to a listening party. So I think artists are trying to get creative as far as how can they effectively still reach their fan base and then branch out to.
You know what you want to do, and I'm deadly serious about this, and I I'm trying to do it myself, but it's not as easy as it sounds. You want to get into China. There's a few apps, like TikTok is one way. TikTok's allowed in China. The Chinese kids are allowed to access that. That's 1 billion kids, and they love listening to us. They love watching our shit. If you can get your stuff in China and get big there, you can make a good living.
How'd y'all go that route? Did you just organically got into China?
There's just there's a few different apps you can put yourself out on that they're allowed to have there.
Okay. I might have to ask you for that offline, and shoot.
I will absolutely try to track down the information for you, because that's 1 billion extra people in your audience right there, and they love following stuff because they're not supposed to, right? So you get like Chinese kids doing, they want to rebel just like any other kid, so they're gonna watch DeBarros on TikTok.
I need to get them onto some nerdy girls, but yeah.
Oh yeah, they would love that stuff, and that's a 1 billion people in your audience, and they spend money too. They like to spend where they can, so it's a lot of bands are going that route. Like you get a song on Spotify, you might make $400 in your lifetime. You get a song on the Chinese equivalent of Spotify, and you're making huge money.
You're making a living. You can retire, right? Yeah.
Although I'm on Spotify in China and I'm not making anything, so I could just be lying.
Okay.
Or just I suck. It's one or the other.
See, I never thought like going specifically to those like regional apps themselves, or apps that are regionally accepted in those areas. I just thought, Spotify, it's allowed in China. We can always see analytics to see who's listening where. But like you bring a great point, Eric, where you target foreign audiences, as opposed to the mainland or wherever you're from, and because when we use distribution companies like DistroKid and CD Baby and all that, they send it. They get into these stores, but other than that, the only analytics I see is who's listening where. So I'll definitely be hitting you up for that information.
The only analytics we get, I don't think they're accurate, and if they are, it's awesome, but I'm not sure. And your app, I have to be verified they're going to send me a postcard in the mail.
Oh, really? Wow. I'm gonna have to get verified. One of my neighbors sent me a letter in the mail, and we did have to type in a activation code. I was like skeptical at first. I was like, damn, my neighbor sent me this shit. And it feels like it's like an insider's club, but it's like, am I getting myself into a cult? Like, what the fuck am I getting in myself? Like came through the mail. I opened up the letter and it was like, this activation code will expire in 7 days. And I think that's a psychological fucking turn in your brain.
Definitely.
They're like, tell them it's 7 days because that gives them incentive, sign up and then see what it's all about. Because at first I was like, oh, fuck this. I was going to throw it away with the junk mail. And I
do it all the time. I keep advertising that we only have 9 hoodies left. There's only 9 hoodies left. You better get your Eric and Gord hoodie.
Exactly.
There's only 9, very limited. There's not 9. I can make as many as I want.
7 days to activate. You want to know about your neighborhood. I was like, motherfuckers got me hooked. But no, I'm
activate this. And see, now I'm pissed off that I can't. Now I'm going, what the hell am I missing? What are they saying about me in there?
So you're going to get your activation code now. So when you like what I got, you're going to get a letter in the mail that has the activation code. You'll have 7 days to activate that, and then you can get into the fun nitty gritty. But yeah,
you know what? It will go straight in the trash, along with my fines that come in the mail, my credit card bills, and all the other shit I don't look at.
Yeah. I'm just like, why did I do this? Like, do I really need to be knowing other people's business like around me?
Oh, I definitely do. I love it. I'm all about the gossip.
I'll say that when I'm like
easily
80.
Just be a gossip show.
When I'm 80, I could be into that. But yeah.
Oh, definitely. I can't wait to be a shitty old guy. I'm going to be the best shitty old guy. Oh, I'm going to be just smell all the time, and I'm going to hate everything. And I'm going to count my nickels. I got stuck behind the nickel guy the other day. I was on my way to work. He's there. He had to count every goddamn nickel.
No.
His thing was like $29. No, it was just something. I was at the cashier. I forget what I was buying. I don't know, but I got stuck behind Mr. I got the change for that. I have exact change. Like, sir, you don't have long enough in the rest of your life to stand there and count that much change. Be very worried about your future.
You really